We already had that communication. I would like us to do LinkedIn today. I don't want to keep assuming that we got it. I just want to be sure that we got it. And I'm just going to give an overview and guidance, but very important steps. And if you are still struggling after my guidance today, my recommendation would be work with a LinkedIn builder professional. And I have great recommendations if you feel like you need to work with a LinkedIn builder professional. And it's really, really important that your LinkedIn profile is good. I cannot emphasize this enough. Last week, someone reached out to me, one of our team members, and said, oh, they would take their LinkedIn profile down. That someone told them that they don't even have a LinkedIn profile, but they got a job. It's possible. It's very possible. But that, to me, is just one of those few cases. Not everyone actually has a LinkedIn profile, but it doesn't mean if you don't have a LinkedIn, you can never have a job. Not everyone is out there like that. But what you're doing to yourself is you're looking for every way possible to put you out there, sell you. So how is it benefiting you by not having a LinkedIn profile? So wherever that person got that information from, I don't want to keep defending what someone said somewhere. I only know what I know, and that's what I'm giving you. So it's all up to you if you want to keep your profile, if you want to make it better, to sell yourself, to put yourself out there. That is the goal. That is the point. LinkedIn, like I explained on the recordings that you all should have already listened to. Most organizations, this is their recruitment process. So let's say they have an opening out there. And now they start, shortlisting people, sourcing for candidates. The very first step, based on my own experience as a hiring manager, they would craft the job description or the job posting they'll put out there. The very second thing, once people start applying, some organizations, they have their software system that would shortlist people based on keywords. Some other organizations, especially smaller organizations, human being will look through the resumes and shortlist people. Once they shortlist people, organizations treat these two different ways. The third step for some organizations would be to reach out to these people on what we call screening calls. So screen these people and see if they are a good fit based on the criteria that they have in place. So they're asking you just these casual questions. You think that, oh, it's not important. That is the most important phase of your interview, that very first connection with someone. But unfortunately, some of us here usually say it was just a screening call. That I'm still struggling to make sense out of that, because it's the outcome of that screening call that will determine if these people will want to take you to the next step. That is the most important call, not the last one, because you need that call to get to the last one. Without that call, you will not have any last phase of interview. That's how important it is. So if you think you're not very ready to take a screening call, don't take it, reschedule it, seriously, rather than jumping on it when you are not ready and just blowing up that opportunity. Is that important? So please, I would ask that nobody should still from today see a screening call as just a screening call, because it's not just. Now, for some organizations, like I said, the third phase would be to get to that screening call. Once they feel that chemistry, their fourth process would be to jump on social media. And the most accredited social media platform for professionals is LinkedIn. They'll get on LinkedIn and scan you and try to assess you, judge you based on the information on your LinkedIn. That's what they're judging you by. If they see any discrepancy, some may be kind enough to reach back to you and ask for clarification around the discrepancy. Some will not. They'll move forward because they have a long list of other people that are interested. Now, that's it for one organization. Another organization, their process may be, once they get through the very first shortlisting of the resumes, their third step will be to get on LinkedIn even before connecting with you for any screening. They will get on LinkedIn, scan you, try to know you, see whatever you're doing there, your background. And if they still feel like, okay, this person seems interesting based on their background, and then they will give you that call. I'll tell you that 95% of organizations out there are using LinkedIn as part of their recruitment process. So what does it benefit you to not have a LinkedIn profile? It's not helping you. It's not working out for your advantage. And what does it even serve you to have one and it's not useful? It's better to not even have it. And that is the reason why we are having this class today. Any question before we get started on working on a real LinkedIn profile? Yes, Jujette.
Thank you for giving me this opportunity. I wanted to just ask you a question,
Mm-hmm.
right? So I have something else that I do on the side, right?
Yes.
And a financial professional. So I put it on my LinkedIn profile, and I know that in the past I've been asked, right? I've been asked for that,
Mm-hmm.
right? Do you do something else on the side? Oh, we see this. Is this your full-time business kind of thing? You know, and I've lost opportunities with that. I still have it on my. I still have it on my profile.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think it's best for me to just take it off for now?
That's a really good question. And
Yeah.
that's part of our conversation today. So we'll get there, don't worry.
Awesome. Thank you.
All right. So if there's no other question, let's get started.
Yes.
Yes, coach.
All right. Thank you. Okay. So now, let's assume that this is your LinkedIn profile. Now, the very first thing I would want to do here, again, all the background I've provided, your goal is to promote yourself. That is it. You have one goal, to promote yourself. And this is because if you don't promote yourself, no one will do it for you. No one will do it for you. I know that, speaking for myself, where I come from, we have this tendency of, try to water down our strength, who we are, because it comes across like we are prideful. So that's where I come from. So we try to always want to be so humble and all of that. Yes, you want to be humble, but you need to be able to draw the line. There's something I always say, a closed mouth is a closed destiny. That's just the truth. If you don't speak for yourself, if you don't promote yourself, no one will do it for you. You have to be your number one cheerleader from an authentic standpoint, by the way. So LinkedIn, how I would want to come across on LinkedIn, on social media, is who I am truly. For me, Karen, I appreciate authenticity in terms of really be natural. I don't want to come across as dramatic or anything like that, because that's not who I am. So I would like my LinkedIn profile to represent that. And people, professionals, they appreciate when someone come across as authentic and vulnerable. Vulnerability is a strength. And that's why you always hear me say, be confident in your vulnerability. As long as you know how to use that vulnerability well, that is a core strength. Because just you showing your vulnerability, it humanizes you. It humanizes you, and people appreciate that. All right, now this is our LinkedIn profile. The very first thing I would want to do is to, how do you call this thing? Let me click on it. Click on me. Once I click on me, I click on my view profile. And then this here, this banner, I call it banner. You don't want to leave it blank. That's the mistake I've seen on most profiles. I'm talking about my mentees here. You don't want to leave it blank. I know it's easy to just leave it blank. And that's why I say job search itself is a full-time job. Once you get that, you will commit your all to doing things right, so that you start attracting the right opportunities. So I don't want to leave this blank. So I will either come up with a banner and upload it here. I will not go with the standard LinkedIn blue boring one. Or you can just go online, look for maybe an image that represents who you are from a professional standpoint. Remember, this is a professional thing here. who you are from a professional standpoint and put it here. But to me, as I continue to learn in this space, even if you're working with a LinkedIn expert, but I would want something that is customized and that truly speaks on who I am rather than just go getting an image somewhere. So all you have to do, this edit button here, you click it, and the banner that you have created, you upload it here. You just change photo, you upload the banner here. Now, speaking on what should be on your banner, if you see here, I'm actually an Agile coach by profession, but I would not just come here and put my job title, because job titles change every day, every second. So I want to capture who I am from a brand standpoint, how I like people to see me any day, anytime. So this is my brand, your Agile Enabling Coach. That's what I do. Outside of my, like if you go to my job, that's not my job title. That's not my job title there. But what I put there is who I am. So who are you? Who do you want people to see you as? If they need an expert on something, how can they get to you? How would they know that you are that person? That is the information you want to capture here. So I also like to keep it really simple, and you see this phone number here. I will not put my personal phone number on social media like that. The only reason why a phone number is here is because it's our Being Agile phone number. It's our professional number. That's why it's there. And then your email, that is if you want it to be out there like that. But you want to be out there because you're looking for opportunities. But to me, I think phone numbers is becoming too personal. So I wouldn't put my personal phone, my direct contacts there. That's pretty much it. Just leave it simple like that. And then that's it. You apply. Now, it's pretty much simple. That's the first thing, your banner. The very second thing, your profile picture. This is the one that even surprises me all day, every time. Some people don't even have one at all. You know that human being is very judgy. That's just how we are as human beings. So if someone is interested, a recruiter is trying to look you up and then they come to your profile, they don't see any image, that already turns them off. So what's the point in even having one and having a profile and then you don't even have an image on it? You see, it doesn't help you and you're really trying to put you out there. So please make sure you have a profile picture and not just any kind of picture. I saw someone even had a picture with I don't know how to call that big brown thing that smoke a cigar or whatever that is. That is okay, but it's not helping you at all. Why would you want to come across on LinkedIn with a big thing on your hand? How do you call that? Cigar with a big thing on your hand. Someone even had this thing that is smoking pipe. This big thing that people smoke now a lot in pipe. They had it on their LinkedIn profile. I'm like, what are you doing? They're already judging you based on that. Who wants to go hire someone? Even though they say no discrimination, it's a lie. People will judge you, whether they like it or not. They will judge you. So please, you want to come across as professional as possible. So please take a professional headshot. Right now, we all have mobile phones that takes really good pictures. Just dress up. I'm not saying that you must be all suit up and tie or anything like that, but you want to come across as professional and likable. That's one thing that's really important. You want to be likable. You don't want to come across like a stone on your LinkedIn profile or a security a person like, You want to be pleasant. You want to be smiling, like Karen. As you can see my profile picture, it looks very pleasant. Yeah, so that's one thing I would really suggest you do, and it should be bright. It should be natural. You don't want to do heavy makeup on your profile picture for ladies. You don't want to, you just want to come across as authentic as possible, as natural as possible. Recruiters appreciate that. That is it for your profile. And to update your profile, all you do is just click on the image, and here you add whatever picture you want. Like if you click here, it will tell you to upload a picture. That's it. You can now go ahead and upload whatever you want to upload and then adjust it. That's it. That's it. And then after your banner, all of this here. What did I write that? Okay. All right, your tagline, this here. See all this information here is powerful. That is your tagline. So the mistake that I've seen a lot of people make is their tagline will only be CSM or Scrum Master or the job title that they have at their current place of work. Well, like I mentioned earlier, job titles can change any day, anytime. What I will capture here, the same like what I said around the background here, you want to capture who you are from a professional standpoint. The things, the skills that you represent. And this is where the question that you should ask comes in. For someone who is, let's say your whole financial thing you're doing is something you're passionate about, it's not a job like that, it's not job, it's work for you. If you know the difference between job and work, if it's work for you, okay, it will be helpful if you put it here. But where the problem is if you're capturing that financial, what you said, as if you're doing a job, you're working for another company. People, recruiters will not want that. They will not want you to be, you have divided attention. But if you come across as, oh, this is my skill, I'm a financial mentor or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you just put that kind of tagline, and then if they have to ask you that question, you explain by saying that, oh, that's something you're just passionate about. You believe so much in financial literacy. Now I'm just saying something that I haven't even studied.
But that's what it is.
Financial literacy, and you feel like these things are not being taught in schools. So you feel like it's your responsibility to help bring that awareness in, especially people that, young people, so that by the time they get to your age, they will not make the mistakes you've made in the past. I mean, everything I'm saying to you is what I am, it's who I am from an agile perspective.
Correct.
Yeah, so that is really what you want to communicate here, instead of coming across like you are a financial analyst in one organization. Okay. And you say that you want to be a Scrum, you are a Scrum Master. I mean, that's contradicting, you know. So yes, that's what I'm going to capture here. So here, as you can see mine, I'm a business agility coach. I'm a keynote speaker. You see, solution leader, that's just what I'm passionate about. That's what I do as community service. You know, I feel like I just have to be very vocal around that area because not everyone have the voice. So I feel like I'm supposed to be the voice for diversity and inclusion. I'm an agile content creator. All of these things, those are the things you want to capture on your tagline, which is really, really, really important. So you can actually do both in terms of capturing your job title and who you represent. Instead of, so what I'm saying no to is if you're capturing only your job title or some certification like CSM and all of that. Everyone has CSM. Well, not everyone, but CSM it's not something that will sell you like that because it's easy to get, you see. So who you represent is what you should be capturing here on your tagline. All right, so let's click on this little pencil here. So this headline here, that's what I'm calling tagline. This is where you want to capture all those keywords. You can even come up with a little writing because it gives you only a limited space to add information. So before, I only had my job title and then I had a little sentence, help organizations succeed with Agile. That's what I had there, you know, but as I decided to, you know, update my profile because it's been a while, I decided to remove that and add all these things. But yes, that's really how you want to capture that information. And then, yeah, your current position. So yeah, just fill out all this information. And then, all right, let me close this and let's keep moving one after the other. Okay, The next thing is your contact information. See this here? I see some people don't even have contact information there. They don't have email. They don't have nothing. I mean, if these people want to reach out to you, if a recruiter is interested in you and they want to reach out, how would they reach out to you? I know that you have a direct message on LinkedIn, but not all recruiters have the patience to go there and start typing you direct message like that. They would prefer to send an email to multiple people at a time instead of direct messaging people one after the other. They will not want to do that. You see, unless you are really, your skills is really scarce in this space before they would want to really be patient to reach you like that. So, but you see this phone number here, again, like I said earlier, I will not put my personal phone number there. I will not. So I will just only put my email. That's it. And then if you have some website or anything like that, you put it. If not, it's okay to leave it blank, but you want to have at least your email address there. And not just only have your email, you want to turn it on to be visible. And to do that, just go to setting and figure out how to make it visible. Because you have options where you only want to be seen by you or seen by your connections, your people outside of LinkedIn and all of that. Just make sure you turn that button on that will allow it, make it visible for people to be able to reach you. And then yeah, that's pretty much it. Just make sure your contact information is up to date. Don't leave it blank. All right. The very next thing you want to do.
Coach.
Yes.
I have a question.
Okay.
You see all the hashtag you have under Agile Content Creator. How did you get that there?
All right, let's keep going. We'll get there. Click button here. If you click on this open to button, you see options here. Finding a new job, hiring. Please turn this on. That's another mistake that most people make. That's another mistake most people make. They don't take advantage of this button. When recruiters are out there looking for potential candidates, the first thing they are trying to scan is someone with a green profile, open to work profile. That's what they're trying to look for. You see, so let me click on that. You see the options. Please make sure you click on it and you enter that because you are open, you're looking to work. You see. And make sure you're selecting your desires here. Like, let's say start date immediately. I'm actively applying. Yeah, that's something you want to select. I didn't put nothing here because I'm not looking for any job. And then for job types, here, I'm not, because you have the options to select as many as possible. So if I am in your place that I'm still looking for that opportunity, I'm not going to select only full-time, at least current option, because I'm not looking like that. So I would select, so the one, especially as a Scrum Master, I'm not going to select part-time either. Because a part-time Scrum Master already, that it tells me that that environment is not a place I should work for. That's a part-time Scrum Master. You should be a full-time. See, yeah, so I can select contract, select full-time. Yeah, so that's really the options. But yes, just make sure you're selecting these things. And then this is what I just said. Choose who sees you are open. So if you click here, now what I will select here is this. I will select recruiters only. I'm going to select recruiters only. And the reason is because, especially if you're currently working in another organization, you may be worried about, and that's a really legit worry I've heard from so many people, that, oh, my current employer may see that I'm open to work and they may start judging me and stuff like that, so you want to hide it from them. So you only want recruiters, people using LinkedIn Recruiter, to see that you're open for work. So that's what I'll do. No, I don't want that thing to be on my picture. This card. Yeah, so that's it for open. And then add profile section. This also is really important. So please mute yourself, precious. Add your education. So now talking about education. The mistake that I see most of us make from educational standpoint, we only come here, we enter the name of the university, the school, and then that's it. No, I want to enter the name of the school, whatever that is required. Yes, I want to enter all the required. And then anything that will sell me, like any position you held while you were in that school, any activity that you did that got you stand out, anything that will sell me, you know, from that when I was in that school, I'm making sure I'm putting in all of that information in here. Even if you were in a school choir, even if you were in a football team, whatever it is, please, that is why these people have all these fields here. Use them to your advantage. That's really what you're trying to do. Then on this place, media, if you have any information like video, picture, anything that can speak, you know, they say a picture, what? I forgot what they say. They say an image speak 1,000 words or something like that. I cannot really remember how they say that thing, but what I'm trying to say is that just one image can communicate a lot, you see. So make sure you're taking advantage of it. If you have anything like that in your background, please make sure you're using it. And let me say this, most times, especially people that were not born and raised here, they did not go to school here, they start feeling like all of their achievements, wherever they came from, is not good enough. So they feel like they're not supposed to put it out there. Why? Why are you doing that to yourself? You're beating yourself down, and then how do you expect these people to even see value in it when you yourself don't even see any value in it? You suffer to achieve that. So you have to be proud of it, you see. So anything, put it there. And that's it for your education. No, I don't want to save this. And do the same for all. Add positions. So the positions here are really your job positions. Make sure you are filling out all of these fields. And now, here, yeah, that's where you really want to put your job title for sure, for your history, your job history, and enter all this information. And then on the description, this one is really, really important. And that is the mistake I've seen so many people make. Just like mine, blank here, that is what I see so many people do. They don't enter anything there. You want to make sure you're filling this out. And another mistake I see people do is they just go copy their job description and their resume and paste there because it's quick and easy. You don't want quick and easy. You want good. That's what you're trying to do. So take your time. Well, if you think your resume, like what I posted 2 weeks ago on the platform, asking you all to ensure your resume is quantifiable. If you think your resume is quantifiable like that, communicate results, then yes, you want to put that information in here as well. If not, give a brief summary of not the task that you are responsible for, but the accomplishments that you've achieved in the organization. For example, I helped within 3 months, I helped my teams to I helped my team increase value from 40% to 70% by introducing metric system. That's just a typical example of the bullet points you want to capture here, or a summary. Just write a summary paragraph, or you want to do it in a bullet format, good and fine. But just make sure that this is really, really important. And when you're capturing this summary here, make sure that the keywords that are relevant to the role that you are putting the role of the job you are looking for, the keywords are there. Because recruiters use something that they call LinkedIn Recruiter engine. I think that's the name of the tool that recruiters use. It's called LinkedIn Recruiter engine. So that tool automatically pick out those keywords. It's based on the result of that search engine that recruiters now reach out to people when they are sourcing candidates from LinkedIn. They don't just go to profile individually and start scrolling through. No, they put in these keywords, and then the profiles that generate from these keywords are the profiles that they will start reaching out to. They can just scroll through now and then start reaching out to you. So as you're writing your summary, make sure that those keywords that are relevant to the role, for example, in our case, it's Agile, make sure that those keywords are reflected in this information. All right. The same, if you have any achievements, anything you're proud of, put it there. Media, all of these it has a media section. Just make sure you're taking advantage of them all. All right, let's get out of this one. Again, back in here at career break. So if you had any career break, you want to put it here. Yeah. Yeah, so, well, this one, I'm not sure I would fill this out. I'm not sure I will fill this out because I don't have any career break, but if you think you have it and you can use it to your advantage, then put it, that's the point. But if you have had some career break because you were fired, because you were not productive, and then no, you don't want to put it there, of course. Yeah, all right. Now you see this add skills. This is also a very important one. Here is where you want to capture as many skills as possible. Here, there is really no limit to this one. All of those keywords that these recruiters will go look for in their search engine, this add skills is really that place where you want to make sure all of those keywords are reflected on your resume. All you have to do is come here and type whatever it is. Scrum. And then you will see the word there, and then you select. So it will ask you to select your past organizations that you applied the skills, that this skill was applicable, where you use the skills. Let me put it that way. And then just select them all. You know, let's say if I select this one, these are my job experiences. Even my education, I applied Scrum here. This education, this one. Even on the certifications. Once you save it, you can continue to add, but this one is hectic because you have to do it one at a time. You cannot go enter so many skills at the same time. It's not going to let you, but it's worth taking your time and doing it right. So once you add all those skills and you come here and check on, you see my job, my previous experiences, all of these skills that you enter through that, they're going to pop up here for you. All those keywords will show here for you. So please make sure you take your time and you're reading through that and you're doing it right. That's the point. All right. So these skills, please, you cannot miss these skills for any reason whatsoever. And then recommended. So those other ones that we talked about are what we call the core ones that you don't want to miss for no reason. And then these ones are the recommended. I also want to make sure I'm taking advantage of this recommended here. Add features. So this feature button is where you can add anything that will still continue to sell you, like any talk you've ever done, any achievement, any award, any video, any whatever that is, you know, it will. So you see, so that's how important that is. So if you have any achievement whatsoever that will sell you, please make sure you capture it in the feature section here. And then again, on the recommended, on your license. So for license, I'm not only going to put licenses that are relevant to the role. For example, I'm not only going to put Agile license there. I'm going to put all of the license I have on this earth. I'm going to put all of the license I have on this earth because you suffered for that. And no knowledge is ever useless. It will sell you. So yes, make sure you put all the information on the license there. And then add courses. Here, you want to add some of the courses that you've taken that are not like the standard academic education courses. This is a place where you put all that information. Capture all of that information. And even on the education tab, where you're capturing your education, what I will also do is I'm going to make sure I also write out some courses that I think they are important and relevant to the role. You see, I'm going to add those courses on my education, not just write the name of the school and the program you did. I'm going to actually write down 1, 2, 3 courses that I think is relevant to that role. And then additional here, any project you've been part of. For those that are here, that have been here for a while, you've already gone through so many different projects on our Scrum Master library construction projects. If you've never done any other project, these are the projects that you want to put here because you should be proud of that. It's not easy. Enter those projects there. The Scrum Master library construction project, at least that's something you can speak about. Put it there. Don't minimize it. Fanny, I see your hand up. Just hold on for a second, please. And then add honor and awards. Yes, you want to make sure all of that information you're putting. Yeah, that's pretty much it on how you want to complete your LinkedIn profile. And now another thing that I would like us to look at, where is that? Settings and privacy. Let me make sure that. Okay, now let's go back to experience. When it comes to your experience, now let's assume that you're currently interested in you're an agile person. That's who you are. I'm not gonna put any job that I did with McDonald's because it's not relevant to the role. You're only gonna put what is relevant to the role. Any old job history that is not selling you, do not put it there. I would not do that. You see, in the past, I had worked as a nursing assistant. Let me check if it's still here. Oh, it's not there anymore. But it used to be there for a while. I had worked as a nursing assistant, but I decided to leave it on my profile because, you know, just being a nursing assistant, it has a lot to do with humanity. And Agile aligns a whole lot with humanity. So to me, it was selling and I knew how to defend it. So that was a plus. That was to my advantage. That's why I decided to leave it there. So just make sure that you're not entering anything that you cannot defend and it's not relevant to the role when it comes to your job history. You see. Fanny, please go ahead and ask your question.
My question was, sorry. Before I work in the construction industry and I have some certification in it. And one thing that I want to know is those certifications, do I need to put that out there or is this relevant?
Sorry, I did not hear you very well. Can you come again, please?
So I said before I work in the construction industry and I have some certification in construction. That's why I'm asking if I had to put those certifications in there.
Yeah, like I mentioned, I will put all of my certifications, all of them, because no knowledge is ever useless when it comes to certifications. I'm not leaving any of my certifications out.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Now, I see most of us already take advantage of the endorsement functionality. That is very, very important. And if you've not asked anyone to endorse you yet, please make sure you do. Because just being endorsed by someone, it adds credibility to your profile. People will see that, oh, okay, they'll read what that person has written about you. And then they'll say, okay, this person is trustworthy. That's how their interest on you will grow. So just make sure you all are, how many of us are here? Make sure you're taking advantage of your network that you have here and endorsing each other and really taking your time to write things that are positive about that person. Sometimes I get pissed when someone is going to give us a review and then the person just go in there and select 5-star without leaving any word. No, it's better to me. It's just my thing. It's better you don't do it. If you want to do it right. That's just me. So it's the same thing with this endorsement. Instead of coming there and just clicking endorse button and leaving, or selecting all this, yes, select them, but take your time and write this out. You see, yeah, so that is it for endorsement. Please make sure you're taking advantage of that. And then there is a section that is volunteer. Where is that section? I can't find that volunteer section, but there was a section, volunteer section. As you go to update your profile, please make sure that you enter all of the volunteering activities you've done. And please, when it comes to volunteering, it must not be relevant to Agile role. No, any volunteering activity you've done is really, really important, because just like the example I gave on my nursing assistant career, volunteering also speaks about your humanity. And recruiters, they see it as authentic. They see it as you're someone who cares to even volunteer, you see. So make sure you're putting all of the volunteering activities you've ever done. And then the quizzes, there's a section, I don't know where to find that anymore, but there's a section for quizzes where LinkedIn actually allows you to take quizzes for free. Please take advantage of those quizzes. Take those quizzes. You don't pay anything. Take those quizzes, and the result, when you pass them, make sure you go in, you enter. Well, I think we already selected the place that says courses. I'm not sure where that is again. Yeah, so make sure you go there and enter the score you had for the quiz. Well, but if you failed it, I wouldn't want to put it. If you took the test and you did not pass, just leave it alone. But the ones that you passed, you had good scores, yes, make sure you put it in there. And then I already talked on the key accomplishments. You see this, your about here, this about section. Here is where you want to capture who you are. This is a very important tab. You want to capture who you are from a summary standpoint, capturing your, like on your resume, the summary where you write all those, that paragraph on your resume, that is the kind of information I will put here. You know, making sure that you have measurable, quantifiable summary of who you are here. And I'm not only going to speak about maybe the job title. I'm going to speak like everything I explain on who you represent from a skill standpoint, what you're skilled at. I can capture my professional about, and then the next paragraph, I can also capture, other skills that I'm passionate about. Like someone like me, I can capture my content creation information here, mention how many people I've been able to connect the community I've built within this time period, over 50,000 people all over my social media platforms. That's the kind of information I'll put here. Just by them seeing that, they will be like, wow, they'll be impressed with that. So your about should not just be some flat sentence or statement. No, it should be quantifiable, you see, and very relevant to your Agile path and skills, your other skills. Yeah, okay. And then there's a tab, language tab. You want to make sure that you're filling that out as well. Go to the language, make sure that, let's see, what's this on all? Make sure that you're filling your language. And what I've noticed most people would do, people that I know that are bilingual, they speak French, they speak English, they speak Pidgin language, they speak different things, Igbo, they speak Mancon, they speak all sort of things. They don't put the information there. They only go put English because they think English is what is valid. Why do you think so? Why? In the past, I've worked for Census Bureau. It's a government thing. And the reason why they hired me is because I said I know how to speak Pidgin English and Mancon. Mancon is a tribe in Cameroon. I told them I know how to speak that language. They hired me, and then they sent me to a community where we had those people that really, they are very big in English, in Pidgin English and Mancon language, But when I was doing the work, I never had to ever speak Pidgin English even once. So please, if Yoruba is what you speak, if what do you call that, Creole, wherever you come from, Spanish, whatever it is, put all that information there. Put it. Why are you hiding it? Why are you thinking it's not good enough? Okay. Activities. You see this section here. Where is the activities section? Let's scroll. This section here. Please make sure you fill out this section. And filling it out, it doesn't mean you have to come here and start filling out activities. No, it means that be active on LinkedIn. Be active. When you're active, it captures here. It pulls up here for you. It shows all your activities. And when recruiters come to your page, they can scroll and easily see your interaction on LinkedIn. You don't have to be active by, creating some magic posts every day. Just be interacting with other people's posts. Like people's posts, comment. If you see something that interests you or helpful information, share. Click that share button. Just by clicking someone's post and sharing, it means that the person's network will even, you did not even put any thought into that post. I had to share someone's post in the past and I had almost 7,000 views on that post. It wasn't even my post. Now, 7,000 people already know you just by reading that post from you because you only reshared it. You see? So do that. And then from time to time, you can also sit down and come up with your own thoughts. Write something on LinkedIn. I know that life is busy, but if you want this, you have to put in the work. You have to. But yeah, just make sure you fill up your activity section. And the way you do that is by being active on LinkedIn. And then I think that's the end of our story. That's really it. Any question, please? Fanny, I still see your hand up. Is that an old hand?
Excuse me, Karen.
Yes.
May I ask a question?
Yes, please.
Okay, so on my former LinkedIn profile,
Mhm.
I had everything I ran, for over 15 years.
Mhm.
So my question is, do I take it down altogether? Altogether and rebuild it?
I will not do that. I would update my profile. I would not take down all of my past experiences, especially if you are looking to become an Agile practitioner. I will not, because organizations understand that, just like I said on Monday, Agile is not a thing that was existing like way back and it's part of some school curriculum that people will go to school and say, oh, I want to grow up to become an Agile practitioner. They know that most people that get into this career path, they used to be something else before, you see. So please, just make sure that whatever it is you were doing before, update it. Applying all of the guidance I've provided here. And then from the time you started being an Agile practitioner, make sure you also add all of that information, keep it up to date. Now, there's one thing that I also want to mention before I forget. People get worried, especially around this area. Let me go back to me, clicking on my profile, looking at this, this tagline or headline. Most people get worried and to say that, well, I'm not currently an Agile practitioner. And then how can I put it there? Put your aspiration. If these people are looking for Agile practitioners, they will not be searching for nurses. So if on your profile you are a nurse, why should they call you? Why should they call you? It has nothing to do with honesty or dishonesty. It has nothing to do with it. You're just selling yourself. You're just putting your aspirations. That is your desire, and you have worked. You have armed yourself with the skills that have made you to be competent to do the job when you get the opportunity. That is why what you are putting on your tagline or your headline should be your desire, your aspiration, and your current skills. If you cannot be looking for an Agile practitioner job and then you have, what do you call this, a nurse on your thing, or a pharmacist, or a designer. No, you want to capture your aspiration. That is what interviewers will be looking for. So please, that is very okay. All right, I can stop sharing now, but I hope this was helpful. Let me stop sharing before we go to any questions. Any other question?
Hi, Karen.
Hi.